You're 5 of 11 from 3-point range tonight. How'd the jumper feel tonight?
I got lucky. Crazy. No, honestly, it's not feeling good. But I got, hit the first 2 or 3, and I kept shooting. Something goes in anyway, but what you're gonna see once I get it right, you're gonna see there's gonna be a difference for sure.
Kurt mentioned that they basically were going to you a lot at the end. How good did that feel? How natural did it feel for you to kind of be initiating things, either taking the shot, obviously, or maybe even making the pass?
Yeah, no, I feel comfortable in those situations. I trust myself. I'll make the right pass. I can either get a bucket, draw a foul, or create some advantage for us. And I feel good in those situations, and I like those situations. So, and the team trusts me.
Both Guy and Brandon talked about how Jimmy has kind of influenced them in how they play. How important is it for young players to have veterans that they can kind of not just look up to, but also emulate and take things from?
No, for sure. I'm even my post game and my turning, and maybe sometimes I jab and shoot. I kind of developed my own stuff from that, but some of it started with me being with Melo, early in my career, and seeing how he jabs and shoots just those jumpers, And so obviously there's always that. Once you see somebody daily, even for sure for guards like BP, or whoever, just being around Steph for sure influences them, in an amazing way. So there's always that for sure, and yeah, obviously we have Al and guys like that are very experienced, and you could always learn something from them. Good? Cool.
Hello. It was another high-scoring game. What was sort of working tonight for you?
I think especially the confidence. When you have a high confidence, when you have a team just trusting you and, playing kind of giving me the ball for me to create some plays and all that, that's give a lot of confidence and it make it easier for me to go score or either find teammates. So when you have the type of confidence, it's great to go there and just be free, play free.
Steve's talked about the value of valuing every possession, of avoiding turnovers. Just what is the key to not turning the ball over with this team?
I think we just got to slow down, We don't need to play, of course we need to play fast, move the ball fast, but at the same time under control, When we drive, when we get into the paint, we got to just stop in 2 feet. And I learned a lot from Jimmy. Jimmy is a guy that, every time he was driving to the paint, he was stopping with 2 feet. And after that, he decides what he can do. He can go score, he can pass the ball, he can do whatever he wants to do. So watching him allowed me to try and do that right now. And when you start doing that, you see how much that help you, And the whole team had this mentality of just getting into the paint, stopping 2 feet, and just go there and play free. Don't worry about turn the ball over and all that, because when you too worry about it, it's stuff you have that is stuck in your mind, and you just go there, and sometimes the passes is not there. You issues and make you turn the ball over. But overall, today we did a good job of that.
Did you have conversations with Jimmy about playing off 2 feet, or was it more just you watching him?
The first time when he got here, I have a lot of conversation with him. But after a time that he was here, I was just watching him. Every time he get into the paint, he took his time, and that was so easy for him to do everything. So when you learn that and watch that, that's very you see how much that works, and why he's that great player that he is, because he can do that all night. He can get into the paint because he's strong, he's tall, he can get in there and just stop and take the decision after that.
And these past month, few weeks, you've had a lot of chances to, initiate offense, create your own shot. When Steph gets back, do you imagine slotting back into the role you used to have, or playing more like you have been?
I think that's going to be game to game, because there is games they of course got to double a lot on Steph, and that's 2 men less on the defense, and that create offense for us. So when Steph's in the game with us, I think that's gonna be easier for me to create offense of him because they're gonna double him, and he always is a great passer. He passed the ball either in the pocket or for the guy in front of him, and it's just a 4-3 situation. You just can do whatever is easier. So I think when he get back, that would make more easier for everybody else to create their own shot and own offense.
Hello, Guy. Draymond mentioned it on Wednesday. He said like team during this time team can just throw in a tower because they have young guys like you and Brandin and trying to build a career. And how do you think about this kind of expression and this veterans leadership?
So you asking about the leadership? Yeah. So Draymond leadership is always, like you can see that he's a guy that talk to us a lot because he want us to be in our best, and that's what make him great and make him like the leader of the team because every time we step in there, he trusts a lot in us. He been talking to us. He been like trying to put us in another level. And me and BP, all the young guys that are here are very grateful to have him on the team because we learn a lot with him just by watching him on defense and offensively, but also just being around him and learn how to be smart like he is on the court. All right.
This is the third straight game, your third straight game with 20 points. Just what's been working for you on that side of the ball?
I've been getting to the line quite a bit. I think it's helped. But yeah, just taking good shots within the flow of the game and getting to the foul line.
What's the key to getting to the foul line?
Really understanding the rules. Learned a lot from Jimmy early in the season, and then just watching other players play.
What's something that Jimmy does to get to the foul line that you've kind of picked up on?
I think it's constant aggression in terms of going to the basket. The more drives you do a game, the more likely you're going to get fouled. And so just always being aggressive going to the rim.
Brandin, there's a lot of talk between you guys and the coaches, too, about building good habits as you go toward the end of the season, get to the play-in tournament. Do you see it happening yet, and what does it look like when you do that?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're showing flashes of both good and bad. Fortunately, we got to do it against Brooklyn and Washington these last two. But we'll see what we got come Sunday.
It seems like in the last couple of days, people have asked you a lot about the outside noise and some of the way the fans talk about you. Do you pay attention to that at all?
Yeah, I see it. Like I said a few days, a lot of the things I said, I probably shouldn't have said it because it can be, skewed a certain way. But, I understand where I'm at. A lot of it is self-indicative. But all I can do is, look forward and give up my all every night.
How do you kind of not let that stuff affect how you play?
I mean, I really just try to tune it out when I'm in between the four lines. I'm not going to think about what someone says about me on the internet. And so every day just coming with a clear head, be happy, be blessed that I'm here. And so that's my perspective every night.
Brandin, you're been through a lot of upside downs this season, but did you feel like the process of finding your rhythm back each time is quite a little different?
Yeah, I think you're right. I've had little ups and downs. I think as of late I've been able to find a good rhythm, understand what's being asked of me every night, and just kind of try to follow through with that and let the result fall where it may. But like I said, I just go out there with the attitude of playing the same way I did when I first got a chance to play my rookie year.